WDW Radio, your information station.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to WDW Radio Live and the WDW Newscast. I am Lou Mangello from WDWRadio.com, and today is Wednesday, November 14th, 2012. I'm here to help you have the best possible Disney vacation experience, not just with its live broadcast every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern over at WDW Radio Live, but bringing you a little bit of Disney magic with the audio podcast, which you can find on iTunes, blog, videos, books, CDs, apps, and lots more. You can find it all over at WDWRadio.com. But let's get right into this week's Walt Disney World news. Got a lot coming from the parks, from the resorts, and a little bit of everything at all. And we're going to start off over inside the Walt Disney World theme parks because it's a tall, venti, frappuccino world after all. Because after almost more than a year of speculation, Disney has finally announced that Starbucks is coming to the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and the locations have been announced. It's going to take over the Main Street Bakery in the Magic Kingdom and the Fountain View Cafe in Epcot in 2013. Those are two of the 6 Starbucks locations that are coming and here already throughout some of the Disney theme parks. Over in Disney's California Adventure, the Fiddler, Pfeiffer, and Practical Cafe is a themed Starbucks location, which is exactly what these are going to be. So the bakery on Main Street is going to close in January. Starbucks is going to open there early in the summer. The Fountain View in Epcot is going to close in March in 2013 and open also mid-summertime. But the important thing is that when you go to the bakery, when you go to Fountain View, it is not going to be your typical green awninged Starbucks type experience. It is going to be themed, as Disney is wont to do, and created around story around the locations where you are. So I've been to Fiddler, Pfeiffer, and Practical Cafe, it just rolls off the tongue, over at Disney California Adventure, and it does make you feel as though you are in 1920s California. You can sort of imagine Walt walking in and grabbing his cup of joe, getting ready to start his day. The architecture follows that sort of Spanish-Mexican architecture of the period, and even the cast members and baristas wear that 1920s inspired attire as well. So the Magic Kingdom Starbucks obviously is going to have a more 20th century, turn of the century theme. It's going to fit in with Main Street USA. The baristas there are going to be costumed as well too. Future Worlds Starbucks obviously going to have a little bit more of a futuristic feel for it as well too. As far as what is going to be served there, you're obviously going to find all of the signature Starbucks beverages. I can't go because I just don't know how to order there. I ask for a regular coffee, and they say, do you want a venti, latte, tall, mocha frappuccino? I just want a cup of coffee. But you're going to get not just the Starbucks beverages, but some of their signature sandwiches and baked goods. But, and very important, especially for fans of the Main Street Bakery like myself, you are also going to still be able to get your Disney favorites as well, too. Signature sandwiches, other items, desserts, sweet treats. I'm thinking the croissant, the cinnamon rolls that are as big as your head, the ham, egg, and cheese croissants. Those things will probably be remaining in there as well, too. It's interesting watching the chat room tonight and the social spaces today, the responses over the last few days of the Starbucks announcements. Again, we knew that it was coming, right? We knew that it was coming to Walt Disney World. It made perfect sense that it would be on Main Street USA. Some people are very excited about it, especially those people who are very much in love with Starbucks and their type of coffee. Some other people, I think, are fearful about what it's going to represent having this outside company come in. I think that Disney has certainly worked to allay those fears in terms of costuming, theming, story, and having been to Fiddler, Pfeiffer, you see that very much is the case. It very much blends in to the experience and to the story. Remember, a lot of Main Street USA has always had corporate sponsors, whether it's Buitoni, Gulf, Hallmark, Edie's Ice Cream, Coca-Cola, Nestle, whoever it is, and I don't think it's going to impact negatively the story and the experience there. A lot of people who are in the chat room very, very excited about the change in the coffee itself. Not necessarily happy with the Nestle coffee that's been the brand of choice at Disney parks for a long time. I think Starbucks is going to make a lot of people very, very happy. But let's move over or sort of forward in the Magic Kingdom as well too, because the new Cinderella Castle projection show entitled Celebrate the Magic debuted just yesterday over at the Magic Kingdom. Now, I don't want to spoil it for you, but just to give you an idea, Tinkerbell flies not just from the castle, but sort of around the castle, in and out of the turrets, and transforms it, as all the castle shows do, into really sort of a piece of living art. And this is a great story as it takes you from early pencil animation through other Disney animated films like Alice in Wonderland, Dumbo, up to The Lion King, and even some of the worlds like Pirates of the Caribbean and Brave. We even sort of go into the present by taking a couple of steps back in the past and look at the 8-bit video game home of the Nicelanders in Disney's newest hit, which I love, by the way, Wreck-It Ralph. And you can see, if you're watching the video, you can get a great image of how the Fix-It Felix game is projected onto the castle. As a special treat, Celebrate the Magic is also going to debut with a segment for a show created just for the holiday season, and including the gingerbread castle seen during the original projection show, which was The Magic Memories and You. We also talked about earlier in the year that going forward, in addition to the seasonal updates like this, you're also going to get the Celebrate the Magic being changed seasonally. So you're going to see Disney couples in January, a trip to the beach with Lilo and Stitch and Little Mermaid during the summer, a lot of Disney villains in time for Halloween. So it's nice that this show continues to change with the seasons. We talked about how coming to Walt Disney World at different times of the year continues to give you a different experience. And again, with the promotion they have coming on next year as well too, where themes are going to change and events and opportunities and experiences are going to change week to week. You're going to see that even more. Speaking of the holidays and the Magic Kingdom, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party has already begun its longest ever run, as it started November 9th, and it continues on till December 21st. Right, because for more than 25 years, Disney guests have been really captured by this event, which I think is a must-see. You talk about a different Walt Disney World experience. Coming down during the holiday season, you really get immersed in the holiday spirit. And Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the dates run from November 9th through the 21st. So this month, the 12th, 15th, 16th, 25th, 27th, 29th, and 30th, and then multiple days in December. I'll post those dates on the show notes. It is a hard ticket event, so you do need an extra ticket in addition to your theme park ticket for the day, but you don't need to actually have both. You don't need a theme park ticket and the Christmas party ticket in order to attend. So if you don't want to use a day on your pass, you can spend a day at your resort and then get your Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for admission to the Magic Kingdom that night. Lots going on beyond just the castle shows and the entertainment. There is, of course, the Magic Kingdom, beautifully decorated for the holidays. There's a Celebrate the Spirit of the Season fireworks, sort of their holiday wishes, nighttime spectacular. A lot of Disney characters, a lot of entertainment. The Castle Dream Lights on Cinderella Castle, 200,000 shimmering LED lights. It is truly a spectacle when they light the castle. That alone, and the cookies and the hot chocolate, is worth the price of admission to the Christmas party. For more information, you can visit disneyworld.com/Christmas party. And again, if you're watching the live broadcast, you can get an idea. This is the Christmas party map for this year, giving you a sense of all the different things you can do. Much like Halloween, like Christmas, there's so many special events. It really makes coming to the Magic Kingdom a completely different type of experience. I'm actually going to the Christmas party this week, so stay tuned. I'll have a video sort of recapping the Christmas party events. And if you've been, or if you like it, I'd love for you to comment. Tell us what your favorite part is of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party over at the Magic Kingdom in the comment section, either on the blog or over at YouTube. So from the parks, let's move over to the Disney resorts, because there is a newly reimagined Senses Disney Spa over at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, setting to open on December 17th. Important to note, it is now a Disney-owned and operated Disney spa, a Senses spa over at the Grand Floridian. You can see, if you're watching the live video, it's got a new Victorian-style entranceway, and that sort of begins your journey, whether it's relaxing, rejuvenating, or just getting a day to sort of pamper yourself. The centerpiece of the spa is a mural reflecting sort of old Florida landscape and nature. There's beautiful glass mosaic tiles in the jacuzzi rooms. There's a sort of a sense of elegance that really has been brought to the spa, very much tying into the Grand Floridian look and feel. There are 15 treatment rooms that includes everything from water therapy, sugar exfoliation body treatment, rejuvenating citrus facial, a restorative hand and foot ritual with Chinese jasmine oils, or a magical manicure or princess pedicure for youngsters. I don't know what half those things are, but I might need to experience them just for research and just imagine the video of the sugar exfoliation body treatment. But there are lounges, whirlpools, treatment rooms, all with a lot of Florida citrus and botanicals brought in, so very much making it a Florida local thing. You can book spa appointments at Senses beginning November 15th by calling 407-WDW SPAs. That's 407-939-7727. Or you can learn more by visiting disneyworld.com/spas. One other thing to note, too, is beginning January 16th, all of the spas, salons, and fitness centers are now going to be owned and operated by Disney. Also on that day, over at Disney Saratoga Springs Resort, their spa is going to close and going to reopen later on this summer. They're going to have more details on the retheming and the redesign of the Senses Spa coming to Saratoga Springs coming soon. Beyond the parks, we learned from the Orlando Sentinel this week that Disney is planning to reveal a little bit more detail of what we have been hearing and know a little bit about only as Next Gen. We've known for years about this project, this $1 billion project called Next Gen, an advanced technology project. We've seen and heard things about wristbands. We see the RFID tags already being tested. But Bob Iger said, look, we're in the testing phase. We want to make sure the technology is working the way we expect it and need it to work. They've been hesitant to roll out details, but they're sort of saying it's ready for prime time. It's ready to sort of peel back the curtain and let you know exactly what's going on, because it's really been a very high-level type of information release, meaning that a lot of people sort of on the ground don't even know what this next-gen technology is going to be. Wall Street obviously pressuring Disney to sort of say, hey, you've spent $1 billion. The investors need to know exactly what's going on. So we expect to see some more about what Next Gen is coming very, very soon. I think probably we're going to see more of it in the Disney parks, hopefully, possibly, potentially, around that December 6th opening of New Fantasyland, the test track opening. You have to imagine, especially with new concept art being released, that some of that next-gen technology is going to be in there. We're seeing hints of more interactive cues coming on. We've seen the patent application for the wristbands with the RFID tags. I think that we are going to start seeing that next gen rolled out end of this year, early next year, and it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to influence, impact, and change our guest experiences in the park. Finally, again, very much outside the parks, but sort of connected, ABC is developing a new possible TV series based on a Walt Disney World attraction. You know what it is? Because it may not be what you think. Because the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Big Thunder Mountain, the Western-themed roller coaster, is being developed for a possible project for ABC. It's titled, appropriately enough, Big Thunder Mountain. It's to be written by Jason Fuchs, who wrote Ice Age, Continental Drift, with Chris Morgan from Fast and the Furious. They're going to both supervise and executive produce as well. Big Thunder Mountain, is located in California, Florida, Tokyo, and Paris. There's a great elaborate backstory that goes along with it that maybe you don't know about this mining town and the gold rush in the American Southwest, sort of a sacred Indian location. The miners come, hilarity and calamity ensues, and yes, we have a flood in Florida, we've got an earthquake in Paris, and a tsunami in Tokyo. Of course, not the first Disney ride to get sort of brought out to Hollywood. And of course, we know about Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, the Matterhorn, Country Bears, Jungle Cruise we know is coming. We've also heard rumblings of potential Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, a TV show or movie rumored for a long, long time. But obviously, many of us who are Disney fans are very, very excited. Oh, and Tower of Terror. Of course, somebody in the chat room said Tower of Terror as well, too. Anything with Steve Guttenberg has got to be good. The ultimate project that we're really waiting on, and I especially as well, being a fan of his work, being a fan of the actor and the producer and director Jon Favreau and writer Michael Chabon are in the process of working on Disney's Magic Kingdom. That is supposed to be a full-length feature film, which has been in development for some time. We know too that there's supposedly a Del Toro Haunted Mansion movie in development as well too. But I want to leave you with a question. I'm watching people in the chat room talking about some of their favorites, some of the ones maybe they liked or didn't like as well too. Certainly we know Saving Mr. Banks, the story of Mary Poppins, is in development as well, too. But theme park-wise, right, this is the question of the week I have for you. What, in your opinion, what Walt Disney World attraction would make for the best TV show? Not a movie like Pirates. What attraction would make for the best TV show? I'll watch the chat room for their responses, but I would love you, if you're watching or listening, to come by the website over at WDWRadio.com. I'll post the video there. I'll post the audio on iTunes as well as on YouTube. Leave your comments there. I'd love to hear your opinions about what Walt Disney World attraction would make for the best TV show. People in the chat room already saying Carousel of Progress. I think the People Mover, probably not. The Country Bears, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Splash Mountain, Swiss Family Treehouse, Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion. Getting a lot of different very interesting answers. Leave yours in the comments there and why. What you would expect or what you imagine this show on TV to be, whether it's ABC, Disney XD, wherever it may be. Also, while you're on the site, be sure and check out the blog, the videos, discussion forums, my trivia books, CDs, and lots more. Also, be sure and visit the events page. We have a lot of events coming up, not just the meet of the month every month in Walt Disney World, but we're going to go on the road, inland, at sea. We're going to go to Aulani. We just announced on the cruise on the Disney Dream, which we just came back from last week, that we will be going on the Disney Fantasy November 2nd through the 9th, 2013. We had an amazing time in the Dream. Hope you can join us for a 7-day cruise to the Eastern Caribbean on the Disney Fantasy. I'll put links in the show notes to where you can get more information as well as a quote. Don't forget, connect with me on Twitter. I'm at Lou Mangello. Facebook, you can come by the Facebook page at facebook.com/WDWRadio or visit WDWRadio.com/connect. You can find all the ways to subscribe to the newsletter, get daily updates in your inbox, Pinterest, Google+, wherever you are, you can get a little bit of Disney magic every day and every week. I hope to meet you guys in person at some of the events, meets of the month. I want to thank all of you for watching tonight live, or if you're watching on YouTube, on the site, or listening via iTunes. Join us every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern at WDWRadioLive.com. I'm Lou Mangello from WDW Radio. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great night.